Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Discussed Narendra Modi, the new Prime Minister of India, and the entire episode surrounding Narendra Modi, what exactly Modi is, what he stands for, and how he became the Prime Minister. From day one, Modi has been associated to an organization which has its root in within the Aryan theology, which has been the main force in politics in that region, and from that region it has expanded throughout the world. Elitist ideology of hating in general humanity and considering themselves to be better than everybody else. He has been related to this organization called the Sangh Parivar, a Hindu supremacist organization which considered themselves to be Aryan, a fascist organization which has a single idea of a Hindu nation, where they implement the ideals of Brahmanism on an entire nation. As far as Modi is concerned, he's been a part of this organization since he was a little child, so he's been groomed within this ideology from a very young age. And we have seen throughout his lifetime the fruits of that ideology. As far as his political career is concerned, he's been related to the RSS, and after he joined the political wing of the RSS, the BJP, he came into power in his native Gujarat. And first thing he did when he came into power, and this is what they called the Gujarat model. And this is the model which has been implemented was in a sense created and orchestrated by the Aryan ideologues like Chanakya Manu, and from him Gowalkar and Hedwadkar, the founders of the Sangh Parivar and the RSS. And the Gujarat model is about consolidation of power through ethnic violence, inter-ethnic violence. The idea is very simple. What they have done, this has been, in a sense, the only historic comparison to this would be using the fake Indian mutiny, using the nonsense of right-wing Hindu stupidity and the ideology of some animal right activism by not using pig fat and the cow fat in the military, and cause a orchestrated revoke to consolidate the British Empire and its power throughout India. This is the same idea which happened. This is called the Gujarat model. What Modi did in 2002, he killed all of his political opponents in Gujarat and covered it up. Firstly, started it off with a false flag by banning Hindu pilgrims in a train, then carried it out under the pretense of Muslim-Hindu strife by killing all of his political opponents. That is the Gujarat model. Killing your political opponents using the cover of Hindu-Muslim strife. And that's what the politics in that region is based around. At whatever cause you have, whatever reason you have, if you need a cover, use the ethnic violence. It was used against Every community, Sikhs faced it in 84. Again, the country was failing, the policy was failing, the government was failing. They used ethnic tension and massacre of the Sikhs to cover up their policies and gained a clear majority to form a government. Now, this is the ideology. As far as him being orchestrated as the new Prime Minister of India, it's been clear the leftist coup took place through the AAP to break the leftist vote into many different directions. So the right-wing vote was consolidated, and he has won. Modi has won a outright majority. A clear pattern showing that left and right are a charade in that country. They both orchestrated together, merged together to make Modi the new Prime Minister of India. As far as which direction he's going to go into, Modi, you have to understand Modi by the people who backed Modi. The people behind him. We have Tata, Mittal, Lakshmi Mittal, Ambani. These are all Indian Federal Reserve or the IMF and the ideology surrounding IMF. And then extension to that, we have the idea of hatred for humanity. Now, in simple words, what is Modi? Modi is a war candidate. Modi is an absolute war candidate. Modi is the physical manifestation of the nuclear pact between America and India. This is a simple idea. India has a war with China. India damages China. China damages India. Both are knocked off. And the global power ends up nowhere and ends up with the same banking cartel it has always been. There's no forming of the BRIC Bank. There is no forming of any other alternative power than to a singular group which already dominates the global financial and global political market in general. So the idea is to bring this crazy madman war candidate. And now what do you expect from Modi in India? Now the Gujarat model about extermination of his political opponents, that is exactly what you're looking for. BJP is well equipped as a party in about 7 to 8 states within India. To be elected next time, it needs 14 to 15 states where it can dominate the political agenda. So, and you have to always remember one thing, the Hindu nation, Hindi, Hindu and Hindustan, the political slogan of the right-wing Hindu fascists, the terrorists, the enemies of humanity. And the way they want to implement it is in two ways. Firstly, the Gujarat model. What do you expect? We expect the political opponents, the unions, the lefties, these liberals to be lit up in a bonfire after they helped. This is the point which has to be understood. After a leftist coup Modi came into, now Modi will lit a bonfire which will exterminate the entire leftist opponents of his policy within those 13 to 14 states, and that would be covered up. And that would be covered up under the ethnic tension of Muslim-Hindu strife. And we expect that from Narendra Modi. And this is the pattern he's going to follow. And he's the war candidate. This is something which has to be understood. The reason he has been brought in as the new Prime Minister at this time is because global politics of war has been failing. It has failed in Syria. It is failing in Ukraine. It has so-called the Arab Spring is not delivering what it was supposed to deliver. So it's like, since the formation of the RSS, the idea was that the RSS meets Hitler from the East midway, when it was originally formed by the MI5 and MI6 and the other intelligence organizations. So what it is we are looking for is a global conflict, because India versus China means the physical engagement or war between half of human population. An extension to that, the war will be extended. So this guy is a war candidate. So he's been bought in by by the elite as a war candidate. And this is where the future is going to be between for India. War and ethnic strife in India, where the RSS, now the RSS has an agenda. To them, the war agenda is not the main agenda. Their agenda is the idea of Hindu, Hindi and Hindustan. So they want to implement that agenda. At the moment, they have 2 million stormtroopers or brown shirts. Instead of brown shirts, these people wear the brown shorts. The idea is the same. The people are the same. The ideology is the same. You just take off the brown shirts and wear the brown shorts. So the idea is for the RSS, instead of having 2 million recruits, to have a Hindu nation, they need, the figure they will be looking around is to either triple or go next to 10 million cadets within their fascist ranks. 10 million brown shirts or the brown shorts in their troops. So that is the idea, to kill complete opposition, to dominate politics through the RSS. That is the agenda which is looking into the future of that country. Because it is going to be, he is a war candidate that can never be overlooked. He has been brought in because the global concept of war has been failing. Syria, Arab Spring, Ukraine, it has been failing to a degree. They need an absolute crazy who will not stop at anything. He is that candidate. This is what we look for from Modi, an absolute war candidate. Because his backers, we get into Mithils and Tatars, the people who have been funded the Indian military establishment, and they, to them, not having, because having a war with Pakistan will not be a big enough war for them. They want an engagement of physical force which carries on to an X number of years and involves, it turns it into a world war. This is the idea. He is the war candidate. He is the one who threatens the survival of the human race to this Hindu fascist ideology. The Aryan child and the war candidate. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa. Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.